Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mindful Balance Pursuit. Just jumping on here real quick. I heard the news of Charlie Munger passing, and it got me thinking a little bit. Um, if you don't know who he is, I suggest you look him up. He was a business guru, and it got me thinking about how his passing, you know, he was 99. He lived a really long time, and most people younger than me probably don't know who he is. You might have seen little clips of him on social media and stuff, but most people probably don't know who Charlie is. A lot of people know Warren Buffett and have heard his name, but a lot of people probably aren't aware of Charlie, who was basically Warren Buffett's business partner and right hand man. So, yeah, it's just really interesting, and it got me thinking about financial complacency and financial education and a lack thereof still today. Like when I went to school, there was none. But the fact that there still isn't any is mind boggling to me that kids aren't learning about financial education nowadays. And then thinking about all this and grabbing a coffee at Tim Hortons, and then I see the new Tim Hortons Mastercard, and I'm like, really? Like, really? I remember when the Canadian Tire MasterCard came out, and I was like, yeah, this seems like a bad idea to me. And so I wanted to just dive into the Tim Hortons credit card and just kind of dissect it a little bit and see, is this a total scam? What is in it for Tim Hortons? What's in it for MasterCard? I assume MasterCard. Here's my initial thoughts. Um, One is why? Why? Just like you're a coffee shop. Why a credit card? And I thought about it and I realized, okay, I feel like MasterCard is going to be um, kind of riding on Tim Hortons' popularity for leverage to have more people sign up for MasterCard. That's that's a given. I mean, Tim Hortons extremely popular here in Canada. And you know, and also Canadian Tire, right, who also has a Mastercard. So, what is with these chains offering credit cards, and how do they differ from a bank offering a credit card? And I just want to go on the Tim Hortons website, and I did some digging to look into it. And so, okay, it's all about the points with these guys, right? The annual interest rate on this credit card is 20.99 to 25.99%, which frankly is pretty average. I mean, I think average is 19.07% currently, but that's been going up over the last couple of years. So I would say 20.99% is average. So yeah, here we go. Tim Hortons Financial, not just donuts. Low credit, no credit history. You can earn points with the secured card, the secured version. Choose the secured version of the Tim Hortons card when you sign up. No hard credit check needed. This is the problem, though, okay? We're going to get to that in a second. This is the problem. Except for apparently Quebec residents who have to, oh, they get a little bit less interest rate, no annual fee. Pretty good deal. A lot of cards that offer, a lot of cards that are heavy on the points have an annual fee. Um, get through, and then just in the bag of crap, just throwing in a bunch of random shit, right? Get 3 months of Crave on us. I mean, Crave would have given you a month free trial, so get an extra 2 months. But anyway, so okay, let's go into so the interest rate is, okay, is this a good deal? No annual fee. Great, that's a good deal. Interest rate, average. Cash advance interest rate, average. A hard credit check is required for Quebec residents. That's good. That is good. That is bad for the rest of us, and I'm going to get into why I'm worried about that. So, 5 points per $1. So you spend $100 on groceries, you get 500 points. Okay, awesome. Awesome. 5 points per dollar on gas. I don't have a Tesla yet, sorry. So gas, I don't I have a car, so I'm not ride sharing or taxiing. But anyways, 5 points per dollar again. 15 points per dollar at Tim Hortons, and 1 point per dollar. Oh, 1 point per $2. So don't get your coffee at McDonald's because and use this credit card because that'll hurt. You really want to get that 15 points for a dollar and get your coffee and donut at Timmy's. So they can do that because that's getting people back into the store, right? So they could increase those points. They could afford to increase those points. That's not like, oh wow, 15 points per dollar. That's not the reaction I'm having here. I'm having a no shit. Like that's what I would expect. Um, oh wait a second, 15 points per dollar when you scan the rewards app. So okay, so you got to have the rewards app, guys, to get that. So yeah, there's always a catch, but I mean, if you have the Tim Hortons Mastercard, you probably have the Tim Hortons reward app. So groceries, gas, or EV charging, and transit, um, or everywhere is 1 point per $2. So, okay, that's great. $100 equals 500 points. We know this. Now the question is, what is a point worth? What is the value of a point? Oh, here we go. Oh, no, this isn't what I'm looking for, but this is important. When you make a purchase within 30 days of opening your Tim's card, you get 4,000 points. Obviously, you're going to buy coffee that month. When you spend $200 or more in 2 months, that might be a stretch. 3 months or 4 months. So, I mean, a coffee's $2. So if you buy a coffee every day for 31 days, that's $62 a month. So in 2 months, let's just do some quick math here. 124 points if you buy a coffee every day for 2 months, roughly. So yeah, you have to buy more than a coffee every day. Okay, here we go. We need to figure out what these points are worth. So Tim Hortons, coffee every day for a month. Yeah, okay, let's keep that at $75. Transit, ride sharing, zero. I own a car. Gas or EV charging. I drive a pickup truck, so $100 a week, sadly. So let's go $400 a month. Oh, oh, that's maxed out. Really? Come on. Groceries, easy $100 a week now. Groceries are insane. That's an easy. Let's go 425. Um, Tim Hortons, yeah, okay. Everywhere else, what am I buying everywhere else other than groceries? Um, man, I don't know. It wouldn't be $1,000 of, let's just say five. I mean, other than groceries, I'm not paying my bills with this. Well, I guess you could. I guess you could if you want to, but let's just say $500. Okay, 5,500 points. Okay, so where is the value of a goddamn donut? Okay, here. Oh, support center is open from 9 to 10 people. That's good. Extended warranty. Extra year on extended warranty. That's a Mastercard thing. Almost every Mastercard offers this. Look it up on their website. Purchase protection. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's the warranty. Extend manufacturer's warranty, and then most items purchased with your Tim's card can be repaired, replaced, or reimbursed. Um, Purchase protection plan and extended warranty kind of sound like the same thing to me. Mastercard zero liability protection against unauthorized purchases on your card. So this is a Mastercard thing. This isn't, this is pretty standard practice. Um, so what I want to know is when I spend $1,400 a month with my card, and that gets me 5,500 points, what am I able to get with that? So you are able to get Tim's rewards. Here we go. Up to 6% back in statement credit. Get up to 2% back on essentials. Spend $250 on groceries. That's up to 1,250 points because it's times five, right? Um, for $5 statement credit. So you get $5 off. I think you could probably find a coupon um, and save a little bit more on your groceries. With the Tim's card, you can redeem points up to $45 in statement credit every week. For okay, so $45 off your bill every week, or up to 6% back at Tim Hortons. Spend $100 at Tim's. That should be times 15 and get up to, yeah, 1,500 points. That's assuming you also have the Tim's card points app thing. $5 statement credit with points to spare. Okay. Um, oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. This is what I wanted to see. Okay, so how many points did I have? I had 5,500 points hypothetically. So the most expensive thing here is the loaded bowl and wraps. Bowls and wraps are 1,800 points. So that's lunch. Well, that's the food. If you want a coffee, it's another 400 points. And if you wanted a donut to go with it, which is basically the combo, right? Um, Soup, salad, coffee, donut, whatever combo. Usually you get a cookie or a donut with it. So 1,800, 1,800 plus 400 plus 300 is 2,500, and I have 5,500 points a month. Divided by 5,500, 2.2. Yeah, 2. So I could get 2 free lunches, 2 free lunches a month. Or you could be a really nice guy and get a box of Timbits. Oh, only 10. So 5,500 divided by 800 is 6.8. So 6 boxes of Timbits a month. You could bring that into work, keep the crew happy. So, I mean, is this credit card worth it? Yes or no? I mean, it depends. I think it depends how well. I think for these Canadians, these diehard Canadian Tim Hortons fans, it might actually be worth it. It might actually be worth it to redeem these points in store and think about your monthly spending. I mean, you spend X amount on coffee and you spend X amount, you know, if you're at Starbucks, it's more, but if you're at Tim Hortons, you're spending $80 a month on coffee. You can knock that down with this card by redeeming your points at the end of every month and getting free coffee. Or, you know, using the points to get free coffee and use the points to get free coffee and bring it into the people at work, and then increase your social status at work or your relationships. Just bringing coffee and donuts home once a month, or who knows, right? There's advantages to this if you use it wisely. My issue with these companies offering stuff like that is this is great for the lady or the man that's driving to work every morning and they're diehards, have to stop, have to get their coffee, have to get their donut. Maybe they're a supervisor or a boss, and every now and then they bring in donuts or Timbits for the crew. I think this is a great credit card for them because everything is average. You can still use the points to do a statement credit if you want. Um, so, I mean, everything is average. Everything is the same as every other credit card, except there's no annual fee. And I think that's quite nice. So Tim Hortons is obviously getting something out of this. I think Mastercard is going to do well on this. They're going to have a lot more people signing up for sure. Here's the problem. The problem is the interest rates on credit cards are not low. They're not low. And who hangs out at Tim Hortons? Young people. Young people, they sit, they park their truck, they hang out, they have a coffee, they shoot the shit with their friends, and that's their social time. These are people who live at home that need to get out of the house. They have their first car, they're in their first serious relationship, they're 18 years old, they're parking at Tim Hortons. That is what they do, at least here in Northern Ontario, when there's not a hell of a lot of things to do in the middle of January and February. A lot of people can relate to this. This kid who's nervous about going into a bank and applying for a credit card, who is also just hungry for a little bit more independence. They have their first job, they have their first car. He or she is in their first relationship, so they're spending more on going out on social activities, restaurants, movies, etc. These people are craving independence like you wouldn't freaking believe. So it's really easy for them to go on the Tim Hortons app and, like Tim Hortons says, easily apply and get approved in minutes. Within minutes, you just gave a kid $1,000 credit limit with a 25% interest rate, up to 25.99%, 26% interest rate. And I just don't think it's worth it, guys. I just don't think it's worth it. There's other credit cards out there that offer better. Um, the points go further, and you can apply those points to a whole array of different um, gift cards. So, you know, for me, if I say, is it worth it? I would say no. You have to really love donuts for this to be worth it. I think you really have to be drinking like 3 coffees a day for this to be worth it. And when they say, it's 1 point for every $2 on everything else, which is mostly everything else, other than groceries, which would be probably groceries would be one of your biggest expenses. So you would have to be absolutely 100% using this credit card for your groceries, especially with the price of food now. So, but it is a trap. It's a trap for the young guy or girl that is looking for a little bit more freedom. And I don't think you could get caught up in this. Everywhere you go, there's traps, advertising, commercials, billboards. Everyone, every day of every minute, is trying to take your money. And companies like credit card companies, they really you can they don't prey on the weak, and they don't prey on the uneducated, but the uneducated fall into their trap, and unknowingly, right? So you have to be financially educated. You cannot get roped into these credit cards. They're becoming easier and easier. Apply within minutes on our website and get approved, unless you're in Quebec, where they do a hard credit check, and that's good because you might not have credit and you might not have good credit, and so a hard credit check will prevent maybe a younger person from getting approved for something like this in Quebec. I think they have to be more strict on cards like this, and it's just too easy to get roped into. And I think a lot of people that are going to apply for this are going to be what age category? I would love to see that. I bet you the highest age category would be between the ages of 18 and 25. I guarantee you that's what would be the highest sign up age category. And it's just like, no offense, I was there too. I missed cell phone payments. I racked up my credit card. I racked up 3 credit cards. I had $6,000 on each one. Like, and I'm 29 years old, turning 30, going, oh shit, what am I doing? So when you do turn it around, it's great, but it is much harder to dig yourself out of the hole than it is to put yourself in the hole. So yeah, buyer beware. That's gonna wrap up this episode. I don't think it's worth it, guys. Don't fall into the trap. When it's that easy, it's usually not a good thing. And you want to build your financial resilience with your debit card first, savings accounts, etc. So um, don't fall for the trap, guys. Keep your head above water. Thanks for watching another episode of Mindful Balance Pursuit. I'm your host, Tom, and I'll see you on the next one.